Waharlar. All right, guys, welcome. And yes, we love to make Tuesdays memorable, so get ready for a Blockbuster Tuesday edition of Esplash.
Yes, join us for a cinematic experience as we dish out the latest flicks and serve up the perfect tunes for your day.
Yup, movies, music, and magic. We've got it all in the box. You can call it Hit in the Box Office on Esplash.
That's right. Remember, you can stream the show live via our website, which is www.tvcentertainment.tv, or on our X platform, which is at TVC Connect. And not forgetting our Instagram fan page, which is at Esplash_TVC. We've got something exciting to give out today, courtesy Genesis Cinemas, ladies and gentlemen.
Yay!
Excitement. Oh,
who doesn't love freebies?
Okay, it's your homegirl right here. It's your girlfriend next door. It is the jewel in the crown. It's the hostess with the mostest, baby. It is honey money. It is honey money. It is honey rubber. It is honey on point. It is honey KPK. It is honey animal print. It is honey. I could go on and on and on. I know, I can be choosy like that sometimes.
It's not my name, but it's the name all the sweet.
I know the colors going on right here.
Thank you, sis.
I love the multicolor.
Thank you. All right, you know my name. My name is Catherine. You all know me as Lady Cat, her real hotness. Queen Cat, her real hotness. Kitty Cat, the person, not the chocolate, baby. Kitty Cat, Catty of the Catty Cruise, baby. And today we're coming through with an exciting show planned for you with news items from the entertainment world.
Following that, Catherine will be responsible for today's dosage of all social media madness only.
We'll then wrap everything up with movies and the movies. See you in a bit, guys.
Righty, that is titled Pray For Me, and that is by Stone Boy featuring Wyclef Jean. Right, it is time for the entertainment news. Are you ready?
I am ready.
We've got a mouthful for you, so let's get straight into it. Mr. P calls out his twin, Rude Boy, in an open letter. Well, news of the recent split has got their fans in shock. Peter Okoye, aka Mr. P of the P Square fame, has called out his twin brother Paul Okoye, aka Rude Boy of the P Square fame, in an open letter which he posted on social media. Mr. P voiced his frustrations and concerns following a recent series of public statements by his brother Rude Boy, which he stressed have undermined their joint legacy and his individual contributions to the group. He wrote in part, an open letter to my dear brother Paul Okoye, aka Rude Boy. Just like I have told you several times, I'm not in competition with you or anybody else. However, seeing you grant countless interviews where you constantly discredit my efforts to the group that we both created and built together speaks volumes. In your recent interviews, you claim that you wrote and sang 99% of all P Square songs. His letter also pointed out the personal toll of the public feud, including what he describes as ongoing disrespect towards his family, wife, and himself, writing, I often find myself wondering, what do you truly gain by constantly disrespecting and belittling me all the time? You have disrespected my wife, disrespected my family, disrespected my talent, disrespected my ideas, and even sided with Jude when he was clearly trying to oppress me. Now, if you like, you have taken it further by trying so hard to turn the fans against me by making them believe that I'm jealous of you. Mr. P also stressed his desire to move forward peacefully and focus on his music despite the conflict between them, writing, I hope you're happy now. I genuinely wish you nothing but the best, bro. As for those who believe the lies and false narratives and come to my page to drop negative comments, I understand because you have been fed the wrong narrative for a long time. Please allow me to focus and do my music in peace.
In related news, as promised, Mr. P has now addressed the ongoing legal issue involving the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, and the group's former manager and elder brother, Jude Okoye. In his latest fiery write-up, Mr. P denied ever targeting his twin brother, revealing that his true grievance was with their elder brother, Jude. According to him, he, his twin brother, and their older brother, Jude, own a management company called Northside Entertainment, which they used to manage all of P Square's affair. However, he came across a company with a similar name called Northside Music. He then investigated the company and was shocked to discover the founder and director of the company were his elder brother Jude Okoye and Jude's wife Ifeoma Okoye. The address also used to register the company was Ifeoma's family home. Mr. P insisted that he never intended to drag Rude Boy into the legal battle. He stated that he had clearly instructed his lawyers to keep Rude Boy out of the petition as his quarrel was solely with Jude. Mr. P confessed his shock and dismay upon hearing Rude Boy's interview, where he was accused of orchestrating the EFCC's intervention. He, however, recalled how he had tried to resolve the issue quietly, spoke to both Rude Boy and Jude behind the scenes, hoping for a peaceful resolution. But according to Mr. P, his pleas fell on deaf ears, with both brothers refusing to give him a definitive answer, which left him with no option but to take legal action against Jude. Mr. P further stated, and I quote, "I hereby challenge Paul or anyone else to show any petition that I, Peter Okoye, ever submitted against my twin brother Paul or that has Paul's name in it," end of quote. He added that he filed the petition because he discovered that millions of dollars and hundreds of millions of naira were being secretly diverted into this secret company's account, Northside Music, from their own Northside Entertainment. Mr. P stated, and I quote, "Jude was then detained after being questioned. He came clean and admitted he had been diverting millions of dollars of our money to his secret company that he and his wife were the directors of," end of quote. He said the investigation by EFCC found that Jude's secret company had been collecting Northside Entertainment royalties for years. Mr. P, however, said that Jude also mentioned Paul's name while being questioned, and that is why the EFCC invited his twin. Mr. P then ended the lengthy write-up by stating that he would tell all the story in due time. But for now, he will stop until the EFCC send the final report to his legal team. Wow.
All right, I told you that's a mouthful, and it was indeed. Oh gosh. So this is not the first time we're going to be talking about P-Square right here. And you know, Peter saying that people always asking why is it that P-Square's matter is always in the public eye.
Yep.
And he's saying that P-Square is an entity that it is actually, you know, a public group. So yeah, you would expect that to happen. And so he's telling his own part of the story because it was Paul's own we took earlier.
Yeah,
and now this is Peter's own. And so now we have Peter's own. Perhaps we have to wait for Jude's own, right?
Exactly.
Because, you know, there are allegations because of the Northside Entertainment, which was supposed to be Northside Music. And he just found out that, and he explained the reason everybody thought that, you know, he just took his brother to the EFCC like that. And yeah, it's just all pathetic together because this is supposed to be a family. You know, we've had groups. We've had groups of people coming from different backgrounds. They're not even related by blood and all that. And each time these people go their separate ways, we say, oh, yeah, you get. But this one, they're not just, you know, brothers, they're twins. And the fact that they now have an older brother who is involved in the business and everything is just out, messy, scattered, is sad. I don't know what to say because right now we have heard two sides and Jude is involved. You have not heard Jude's side. So I don't know what to even say about this. I'm not even ready to start saying, oh, this is the good person, this is the bad person. I don't even know what to think right now.
And then I actually agree because if I see something sketchy somewhere, I agree with the part where he said he found out there was a Northside Music when they own Northside Entertainment. Because if I own a business... No,
they own Northside Music.
Entertainment.
Yes, I think it's music and then it's entertainment that they went to do.
So at the end of the day, if I see a company that has a similar name to mine and I have done copyright or I have registered the company, I will try to find out, oh, are we doing the same thing? Because at the end of the day, people might mistake the other company for mine if they're searching for it. So obviously he did this and he found out all of that. And right now, like you said, we're just waiting for Jude's part of the story. Let's just keep our fingers crossed and see where this goes.
Yes. Moving on to the next story. Buju Banton accuses Afrobeat of biting off dancehall. Jamaican reggae and dancehall musician Buju Banton has commented on the rise of Afrobeat, which he tagged as lacking in impact. During an interview on the Drinking Champs podcast, He said that Afrobeat is enjoying international success, but the music doesn't edify or reflect the struggles of the continent like the work of older African artists. He also named Afrobeat's pioneer for Fela Kuti, Malian legend Salif Keita, and Senegalese musician Youssouf Ndo as African artists whose music had a socio-political impact. The Jamaican musician stated that while Afrobeat is on a global rise, the songs do not connect with the plight of its audience. Buju Banton pointed that unlike reggae music, which documents different aspects of life, Afrobeat don't reflect Africa's current political climate with ongoing protests in different countries. In the interview, Buju Banton also pointed out that although Afrobeats and Latin American pop music, reggaeton are all inspired by reggae and dancehall, both movements don't give sufficient regard to their Caribbean influences. He faulted Afrobeats for cutting off Jamaicans in their efforts to connect with the rest of the world, despite enjoying goodwill and finding inspiration from dancehall and reggae. According to him, Afrobeat stars aren't featuring their Jamaican counterparts, but will rather feature artists from other continents.
Well, at the end of the day, he is telling it from his point of view, and he's telling his story, how he feels. He feels that Nigerians, or Afrobeats generally, are taking from reggae, and they do not want to feature reggae artists. But I don't believe that. Yesterday on the show, I think we showed a video of Yemi Alade and one of the Mali brothers. Ziggy Marley. And that was just a very sweet song. That song was one that I would love to listen to every day, every time. And at the end of the day, this is Nigerian artists working with reggae artists, doing all of that fusion. We've also seen Patoran King work with other reggae artists. So I don't believe that Afrobeat artists do not work with reggae artists. I just feel like everyone does their music, then they understand their fans and their audience, and they dish out what they want to and work with who they want to.
Okay, so I think I understand what he's saying, although so many people might not get the depth, but I would understand. So I think that he's saying here, because when you talk about reggae, reggae even can be classified into so many things. So you're even talking about, you know, addressing certain issues. And he's saying that most of these Afrobeats, because now the Afrobeats we're talking about is the one that has S behind it. It's not the one Fela Kuti did that does not have S. So that is strictly Afrobeat. And you would agree with me that Fela Kuti was always addressing issues, talking about the government, talking about, yeah, you can even have Afrobeats that talks about, you know, maybe things that we're going through, but you would agree again that we don't really have so many music because most of them are just jollof music. They can just be sweet. They can just be like, pak, 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 pak. But then they're not talking about real issues. And I think that is what Buju Banton is actually talking about here. I don't think that he's saying. And yeah, I know
I'm
that.
just addressing the part where he said Afrobeat artists do not work with. So I'm addressing that part.
So because even if you're going to take that song by Yemi Alade and Ziggy Marley, you said it's a sweet song. So, and when you were saying it's a sweet song, you did not say it was talking about maybe. Was it talking about like the motherland and that's, you know, maybe talking about
peace and love?
Peace and love, and then talking about maybe something that happens in Congo, maybe, you know, the way they've been treating people in Congo, DR, and, you know, and all that. Like these days, we don't really, we don't actually really
we have
songs
a few
like
people.
We just have a few people talk about issues. And I think that perhaps that is what he's talking about. Like, it's just so painful. There are no depths to, you know, this thing that we're doing. And, you know, it's always been a debate. Like, will most of the songs actually stand the test of time? Will we get to a point and then we'll look back and we'll say, oh, evergreen songs, they're addressing issues and all that.
There are a handful of them.
So, yeah, I think I understand him. Everybody will be fine last because, I mean, this generation, you can't even tell them anything. They just want to do what they want to do. And before you know it, they start to insult the adults.
Honeypot, please, my mental health. I'll do what I want to do, okay? Okay?
All right. We've learned to work with them and manage them like that. Mental health issues all the time. All right. So that's all we can take on the entertainment news. We'll go on a quick break and we will be back with Socialville. Stay here with us.
Oh, so you went soccer and all type of killer.
What if that's this move?
All I wanted to do was play with you.
Oh my God!
This is another Trust My Wife challenge, but this time we're throwing shoes. Look at it, she's got pretty good aim. I don't think you're gonna have that same now. Oh, yeah.
And that's why they say practice makes perfect. It was mocking her at first, but see now, she got better with her aim. And that is an African mother in the making. Because when they fling their slippers at you, it does not miss at all.
No.
Kudos to her. So only for the first one, what will you do if you're in the house with your teddy and it starts moving? Will you run or will you stay to find out what caused it?
So it depends on my state of mind. Because I think that, number one, sometimes I'm the wrong person to give surprises or to play some pranks with. Because sometimes I can even stand up and want to go and see the spirit that is actually moving there. You know how, it was when I was in secondary school, somebody said this. So, you know how when you hear that Madame Koi Koi or something, all those stories. And I was talking to somebody, I said, I'll be so scared, like, I'll close my eyes. The person said, no, I'll open my eyes. I want to see where the person, you know. So there are different people. So while some people will like, oh my God. Some people will just be very curious, like, what is actually causing this? And sometimes curiosity can actually kill.
Kill the cat. Thank God this cat, not Katrina. On that note, we say welcome to Social View, guys, where we're going to delve into the world of social media, which is loaded with every kind of wheat and nastiness you can imagine, which you've already seen with the videos, yeah? So let's just focus on the screen, and this is at _David Day for you. He says, boss, I beg, send me 5K, you know go fall. And then the boss now takes a picture of himself falling already, like, I don't fall. I don't already fall, waiting there. So there's nothing for you. You say you no go fall, you don't fall.
I get it.
Moving on at 40, Locke says, my toxic trait is I'll argue with you in front of whoever. I'm not waiting till we get home. And then Tammy Season now says, trust me, there won't be a home.
Oh, well, everything don't scatter.
Yes,
pepper, scatter. Yeah, actually.
In front of whoever, like you're ready to argue. So why is there a home when there's no peace outside? At the end of the day, you can see our meme king making an appearance, and this one says, now only for market are they fine. Fine boy, got me deal.
I get
fine
it.
Girl, I get your size.
I get it. And those people, they can be very rude. It's
very rude. My color.
They can be very,
especially
very
about
rude.
market.
They can be very, very
rude. My color, my size.
They can be very rude.
It's terrible. So this one says, when you order a book called How to Scam People, and it still hasn't arrived after 3 months.
They don't scam you,
but they told you the book is about how to scam someone. So they
don't collect your money now.
You don't need to learn. You don't need to read it again.
Don't wait for it. Don't worry. Don't worry.
You still there wait.
They don't scam you.
But wait, honey, I don't know how you would think you want to learn how to scam and you're buying a book about it. That's practical lesson.
So why do people buy Hitler's book? Just because they want to learn certain things? Because I know somebody, his leadership is his own type of leadership, or what he thinks leadership should be is quite different. And so he likes to read all those books by, you know, books that are
about dictatorship,
about Hitler, about... So there are people like that. You'll just be surprised. That's just their... frame of mind, that's how they think, that's what they... So yeah, you can... I'm sure that if they start selling something like this, truly, you'll see people who are actually buying just because they want to learn certain...
Just like the people that sell how to make money in 10 days in the garage, and they still look haggard. All right, so let's take this last one before we go. You can see this guy is in his feelings, and it says, people are going through much in this country. I was in a bus. Someone scratched my head, thinking it was his own.
No, I've seen this, I've heard this joke,
Oh
but I don't
my
want to
goodness.
believe that. I don't actually want to believe that.
Oh.
I actually don't want to believe that.
How do you scratch another person's head thinking it's your own?
That reminds me of Tumishe.
Hey.
Tumishe in PR was telling me how they stole her phone. I'm sure she'll be shocked if she hears this right now. And she was saying that on the bus, she saw her phone inside somebody's bag. But you know how, maybe not jazz
familiar,
or
yeah.
it looked familiar, but she couldn't even tell whether now my phone had been, because but it was her phone. They don't thief them. But guess what? She saw it. But because she did not drop it in that, and she was like, maybe because of her good heart, she was thinking that maybe that person, so they feel they scratch your, I mean, you feel they scratch another person's head.
So, Michelle, I said to you, next time there's a revelation, make sure you find out because it could be a vision for your mission. Say, man.
After she told me that story, I got to I was thinking about this.
But you know, sometimes your mind is telling you to do something, but you're scared. You're like, what will happen? Because I'm sure it looked familiar. And she's like,
said when she alighted, and she said the way she sat down on the floor and removed her wig.
And it's a wrap on Social View, people. It is a wrap. Coming up next, our guests will be joining us. Don't go anywhere, guys. All right, welcome back to the show, guys. It is still Esplash on TVC, and we told you we have guests. Yes, joining us on the show this afternoon are these best friends of 8 years. One is a nightlife PR manager, while the other one is a beautician, and together they're now reality stars, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Big Brother Naija No Lose God ex-housemates, Damilola and Toyosi, a.k.a. Sally! It's the energy for me. How are you guys?
Fine, thank you.
Okay, so let's start with Damilola. How did you feel leaving the house early? Because I'm sure you guys had a lot of hopes. Like the day you guys were going to the house, you were very positive. You said, oh, we're going to run things.
Yeah.
We're going to be here for too long. We're going to do this, do that. But you didn't get to do all those things you wanted to do.
Yeah.
So how did it feel being the first to leave the house?
I mean, it was really sad because we had a lot of things to still do. You know, we've not even had to introduce ourselves properly to the audience, you know what I'm saying? And leaving the house was just really heartbreaking. Nobody saw it coming. We didn't see it coming, especially. You know, I mean, if you want to evict someone, it could be like 2 weeks, right? Yeah, but first week eviction, it was a shock.
How about you, Toyosi?
I was sad. On our behalf, I was.
But you're laughing.
I'm over it now.
I'm over it now.
Over it now, Bob.
So what do you think you could have done differently in that 1 week you stayed in the house that you feel like you could have done differently? Is there anything you could have done differently?
Apart from like being active like fast, I think we were just being ourselves.
Yeah.
And it takes time to like come out and show who you are, except when you're faking.
Exactly.
For me, if I'm like out there very fast, I'm faking it. So it takes time to gradually come out of my shell and just do my thing. So
I mean,
I
she
wasn't.
speaks for both.
Yeah.
Talking about faking, Who do you think is faking in the house, and who do you think is real?
Don't
Like
put-
from what you've seen.
don't
So
put-
no. So you know, being in the house is different from watching from
Yes.
outside.
Way
Because when you
Way
watch from
different.
outside, you see a lot of secrets.
yes.
Especially when you guys found out Double K's secret.
No, that was very, very bad. And my facial expressions, people were really laughing at me because I was like,
How do you feel when you heard that?
It was crazy.
I was happy.
Were you suspecting?
Yeah, see, we're not suspecting.
Everybody's not married.
Yes.
But we suspected they
That
probably had a theme.
Feelings.
They had feelings, they had connection and all
Yeah.
that stuff. So people were trying to like match make them.
We.
Both of us, we tried
Wait,
to like
see,
match make them.
Not knowing God has already.
We joined it together.
No man can put what?
Because at a point in the house, I also noticed that there were people who were trying to talk to Cassia.
Cassia, yes.
And there were a
Yes.
lot of disjointments and all of that.
Yes.
So now finding that out. Okay, so apart from that secret,
Yes.
who else what do you think is fake in the house?
See, honestly, I do not think anybody is fake in the house. I think people are just being themselves. Maybe a little bit extra, but
Yeah.
they're being themselves.
Maybe a bit extra.
Yeah, but they're being themselves.
Definitely.
Okay, now let's talk about the games. You guys didn't really have enough time for games. The Saturday night party was more like a send for.
We even just spoke to Biggie once.
Oh yeah, let's talk about your diary room session. What were you What were you
just spoke to
expecting? Like looking forward to diary sessions and all of that. How was your first and only diary session?
Please don't say
If to
only.
say, if to say we know, say we go quickly come on before you talk finish Biggie. It was very short
Yeah.
because we didn't really have much to say as
say at
at
the
that
point,
time.
yeah.
So there was really nothing much to talk about.
Apart from your Tammy duo,
Yes.
who else do you think, if you're, this is a question to both of you separately,
Okay.
if you had stayed longer in the house,
Yeah.
who do you think you would have gotten closer to? And if you were ever going to be in a ship, who do you think you would have been with? Who were you eyeing, you know?
No, don't look. Don't do it.
Because there was a, if you
Don't
will not
do
talk,
that.
there was a time that I heard that there was a class
That's what I do, yeah,
about
yeah.
Tofa.
Because we know the question is not directed to me.
Yeah,
We
so why,
know.
so why you not looking?
I'm just trying to give you signal to talk, my friend.
Ah.
Speak. Speak.
Okay. But if you're saying who would we or me personally have connected with, I think I was connecting more with Cassia, part of the individual.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
There's something going on. You are not saying
Don't
something.
mind that.
No, we're on the break. I'll talk to you guys about. Let's check out a clip of Tammy, and when we get back, there'll be more revelations. We'll be right back.
Training at CELTV. Yeah.
Lagos State Lagos State Television, sorry.
Emotional. It's the way you guys were just blushing all through so many memories in one.
Yes.
Come back. So welcome, guys. We still have Tammy in the building. And before we went on the break, Dami was about to tell us the guy that she was kind of.
She was about to steal.
So Dami, you have the floor.
Don't. Toyosi, don't.
Oh yeah, just give us a name. You know, even if there's more than one, tell us just one.
I mean, okay, so it was just friendship. Let's be clear.
And that's a ship still.
There's sheep in the word,
Now
right?
you know, it was just friendship.
Cool.
I mean, we were just on the surface level so far. Like everybody knows that. I mean,
She wants to hear from the horse's mouth, I guess.
I mean, so we were just bonding. We were just trying to like connect. We had like a lot of talks. We were just good. We were good friends.
Just good.
We were good friends. I mean, so far is now in a ship in the house.
Oh. So were you happy or sad about that?
No, I mean, I'm happy about it.
Because you're good friends, yeah?
Yes.
And there's nothing more.
Nothing
more.
Okay, moving on. Let's talk about, so we've seen a lot of fights in the house since
Yeah.
you've been out. Who do you think is toxic?
Toxic.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a very, very tough
Or who
question.
do you think is like a bad egg? Who is someone who puts people against other people?
Bad egg. Everyone's got their game. man.
Yes,
Everyone's got their game. That's the
Yes.
truth. Everyone's got their game. That's like, everyone is trying to like make sure they're having their screen time, they're doing this, they're doing that. So they have to put up a show.
Yes.
That's how it is. So it's not like everyone's anyone.
And for me, I feel like coming from inside, we actually know these people. So we know how they operate a bit, we know
Yeah.
how they think. So it's, I think we understand where each and every one of them is
coming
coming from.
from.
Yeah.
Yes, so it's a different ball game for us when we think about
It's
it.
not like a bad egg.
Yes.
Everyone's just,
They are
putting
doing
up a
their
show,
thing.
doing their thing.
How do you feel when you found out that Ndi came out? How did you feel when you found out they were evicted? Were you expecting it, or did you see it coming, or you didn't?
Well, first off, I won't say I was happy, but I was happy. Why?
Aye.
Because, number one, inside the house, when they were supposed to save, I mean, we understood that they saved radicals. Now, they now went to the
back
diary
inside to say
Tammy.
So
I mean,
I
they
don't
wanted
feel
us
bad.
out, so we didn't feel bad. That's the truth. Fact. I stand on it. I stand on business. I stand on business. So, that's it. Thanks.
Okay. So are you guys ready for drama when they come out?
Definitely. They're out already now, so if there's drama,
Are you ready for drama?
bring it up.
Have you seen me? Have you met me like a warrior? I'm a fighter.
Now I'm scared of you because you look gentle. That's why they say don't judge a book by its cover. So what are your future plans?
Future plans for me is basically expanding the beauty industry and then going into the film world and any other options that come along. I'm not really putting all my eggs in one basket.
What about you, Dami?
I mean, I'm coming for your job.
Watch out.
Don't worry, we'll work together, baby.
And, so I'm a nightlife promoter, as you know, and I'm a professional chef as well, and also a professional presenter. So, I mean, we got to work together,
So who are you rooting for to win?
Ooh. I think we have like two people,
Okay.
two pairs,
Yeah, just double K and the
and
aces.
aces. The aces and double K.
Double K.
So since you're coming for my job, please sign out the show. Take us on a break. Let's go.
All right. Hey guys, you're still on Esplash, and my name is Damilola, and of course, I've got Catherine here and Toya C from the team Tammy. Thank you so much for watching. But Catherine is going to sign up the whole show, but I love you guys.
Love you.
All right, and that's it with our guests. Thank you guys so much for coming on the show.